Welcome to what many call the original Death Valley, Clemson, South Carolina, where the crowd is rocking in anticipation of the showdown we have in store. A top 25 showdown coming up, two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The fans are ready for this one. The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. The Wolverines headed quickly to the line. There's always that issue of conference pride, of keeping up, of proving your worth on this stage, and the ACC loves to get a chance at the SEC to do just that.
And these kids grow up in the same area. And you don't think the ACC teams hear all the time, SEC, about the dominance, the draft picks, all the stuff that goes with it. It definitely adds some of that fire. It makes you want to beat them more. I love these big-time games.
Yeah, they really do, David. I think this is one of those games where if you're the ACC team and your players in that locker room, you've had this game circled all offseason. This game is your opportunity to prove, not just to your conference, not just to the SEC, but to everybody in college football, just how good you are as a team and how good your conference is.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
Just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first third down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you could regroup, because this environment is hostile.
Slips through the line. You want to talk about dynamic ability to flip a field on display right there. And it was just about a return for a touchdown. On first down, here comes this offense. Out of the gun, they give to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
It's 1st and 10 from the 13. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Touchdown Tigers! And they jump on top. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clear.
Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. The 20. He's at the 10. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Wolverine. He'll try to tack on one more. Bangs it through for an extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup. LSU had a dominant win, the kind the folks in Baton Rouge were used to in 2019 when Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and Justin Jefferson led the Tigers to a national title. Talk about a special team. A top 25 clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. It's a thing at Clemson to run downhill, literally, usually when they enter the stadium. But sometimes it feels like this running game's doing that.
They run down the hill, and a lot of times they don't stop, Reese, because they keep the tempo and they keep the foot on the gas, and that's what Clemson's kind of built this offense on, is tempo, trying to wear you out, and they slip in the run game, and the quick passing game, and running QB, and so many things to look at.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Jukes his way for more. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Motion from the offense. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. Clemson is quick to the line. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Firing to the right, complete. Open space at the 25. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
He'll ride his man on the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. On target to the left. He's off to the races. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Michigan. Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they top it off by going up top. 81 yards on the touchdown pass. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Stopped at the 26, brought it out in the end zone, picked up an extra yard. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking to throw on second down. Finds a spot in the middle. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Here comes the offense on first down. The snap sets up the throw. And they got him for the sack. Clemson jumps to the line.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
On second down, wants to throw. Working that left side now. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Yeah, and you gotta love those matchups. When you get a running back matched up on somebody else, it's never going to be a cornerback. That's not going to happen. So finding a good matchup, getting that speed isolated, now I'm going to go attack and make some plays.
Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. Wide receiver coming across in motion. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's open on the right. And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Now on the option. The pitch. Got enough space. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Tiger. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They go 83 yards on the drive, and it was closed out by the fantastic 25-yard touchdown run. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. And he's coming out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too.
Makes the catch down the right side. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
Hey, the defense knew coming into this one this guy was going to be a factor, but they have done nothing to stop him. They don't have any answers. This guy already has over 100 yards receiving, and we're not even done the half.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. That's not the way you'd like to start this set of downs. It's now 1st and 20. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Just a short pass to the tight end. Still on his feet. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he's so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Line getting set on 2nd down. Quick strike complete. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the 1st down. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. And the Wolverines want to pick up the tempo. Feeling some heat. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell, surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up. Run it. Do something. You can't take a sack on 4th down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play for you.
Running toward the tape. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Give to the running back. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Second down coming up. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Throwing right. Oh, so close to paying off the tip drill. He had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete. Wide out in motion. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Needing to convert, Clemson comes to the line. Fast motion from the offense. On fourth down, looking to pass. Makes the grab well past the sticks. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. They needed a bunch on fourth down, and boy, did they get it.
And I get aggressiveness. We get aggressiveness. We want to be aggressive, take shots down the field. First half, they felt like fourth and long. No big deal, and they get it. I imagine we'll get a few more of those.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Just feeds the running back. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Trying to wear down this defense. The seventh play of the drive. It's 3rd and 1. They drag him down, but not before he picks up a Clemson first down.
Yeah, 31, you know what time it is. It's about the big boys up front. You got to give me a little bit of space, a little crack. You just can't give up that penetration so my running back can fall forward just like that and get the first down.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And you got to love this if you're the defensive coordinator because your defense stayed disciplined. They didn't over-pursue to the running back. They stayed home, played great with their eyes, and they were able to make the tackle.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Offense gets set for second down. Give to the fullback. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Oh, I love when you give the fullback the ball. It's kind of a dying breed. It's been taken out of most offenses. But I like when you reward him for all the unselfish plays he has to have throughout a game.
And you know what I like to see? The evolution in football. Fullbacks become a bit of a dying breed. Now you're starting to see a few sneak back in here and there.
It's crazy. Football's cyclical, right? The moment somebody does something else, you go the other direction.
Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Clemson! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. They marched 72 yards, and the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down.
Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. Trying to find his man on first down. With the catch, it's House. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. The Wolverines are in the hurry-up. Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? Unloads quickly. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. Fires it incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Tight end finds a soft spot. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Finds his man, and they convert. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Washington had an impressive showing at home, and to do it with some of the legends of the past there, Mark Brunell, Napoleon Kaufman, and Lincoln Kennedy, what a special victory. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They'll throw it on first down. It's complete to the left. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. The offense in hurry-up mode. Looking to go up top on first down. Zings it complete to the right. Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a first down. Looking to move it through the air. Pulls it in. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. From the red zone, looking for a man. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Yeah, you can tell the timing wasn't great, and quarterback and receiver not on the same page, but when you're going to miss, don't miss towards the DB. You definitely want to miss out towards the sideline so you don't get yourself in trouble.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Clemson.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
And he tacks on the extra point. They already have the lead, and they apparently want more here in the first half, going for the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And And the Wolverines will boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Keep it on the ground. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so third down becomes an easier down. It's not third and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. Touch pass on the run. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
How about that? You don't see those, touch passes go for negative yards very often. Usually this is a short flip that counts as a completion that goes a long way, but the defense aggressive. Saw it, pulled the trigger, came outside, made sure he didn't get outside and get to that edge. Nice job by the defense.
The offense in its own end still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
College football is so much about emotion and momentum and trying to find parts of games where you can grab it. How about going for it on 4th down on your own end of the field early like that and coming away with the first? That's huge.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Card in the backfield, it's Lincoln. And that is good versatility there and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
After the short completion, let's see if they go back to the air. Handoff to the single running back. At the 45 on its way. The expressway is wide open. Touchdown, Tiger. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he capped it off with a 65-yard touchdown run. And he's coming out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a lip. He's taking the shot. He's got it on the left. Oh, look out. There he goes. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. And he made the extra point without problem. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown, just like that. And that is not what they were after. Kickoff sails out of bounds, an excellent field position for this offense. Offense getting set for first down. They'll give it to the back. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
This offense all game long has been running really well, and I'm really impressed by how well they've recruited at the running back position. They've got some dynamic players coming into the game at different points, spelling each other, keeping each other fresh, and they're hurting this defense.
Going for it all. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
After the misfire, it's second down. Quarterback checking the play. Wide receiver now comes in motion. He's looking for an open man on second down. He's got his man. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
The Tigers with the 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the right. Complete downfield. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7.
And as a quarterback, you know when you're throwing a corner route, the football is going to travel a long distance, so you've got to have great timing. You've got to get the ball out of your hands before the receivers come out of his break. You've also got to put a lot of air under the pass so the wide receiver can locate it. You can tell this quarterback has thrown a ton of these routes in practice.
The Tigers have it with a 1st and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. They'll run the screen.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
3rd and goal from way back there. The give to the single back. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Maybe that stop shows this defense is tightening up, especially in the run game. The offense, frankly, they've been able to do whatever they want to do. They're just handing the ball off. This guy's having success left and right. No, sir, no mas. Get it together.
This seems to be a chip shot field goal attempt and a routine 3 points, but they will go for it on 4th down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Fires to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Tigers. He has been surgical, precision passing, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. The Wolverines in the hurry up. The give to the right. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Just under a minute to go here in the third quarter. They'll snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Got a man. It's House. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. This is an area of the field where it's really advantageous to just go for it. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Gets it out quickly.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Quarterback will audible. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Fires to the right. Makes a connection. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Clemson 49, Michigan 28.
First down to start the drive after the break. Leaves it with the back. Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Motion from the offense. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Fires the pass. Intercepted. Got room on the return. The 40. The 30. The 10. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Wolverines.
And this defense has had a rough day, but how about this play? Breaking on the football, making the pick, taking it to the house, maybe build some momentum for some future games.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. South Carolina is lighting up the scoreboard right now thanks to a dazzling offensive display.
And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave him some yards, but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Looking at a 2nd and short now. Wide receiver shows motion. On second down, looking again to throw. They're working that left side. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Here's the handoff. Turns it on in midfield. Off he goes. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? And by going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Made a defender miss. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching. Keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
Let's see what Clemson comes up with on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tiger. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns. A 21-point cushion in the fourth. The kickoff team out there getting set. And he's going to try to return this one. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Fumbles are great when you force them, and you're always thinking about as a defensive player, man, when the weather conditions start to come down, it starts to rain, and you know that ball's a little bit slick, and you know more runs are coming. You really try to get to that football. Nice job getting the football out, falling on top of it, forcing the turnover.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Touchdown, Clemson! And the stomping has commenced.
Another nice drive put together. And this offense through 2 weeks, man, they look legit. This team's about to be 2-0. All of their dreams in front of them. This team looks like a national championship contender.
And the extra point is good. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense. Defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
Steps away. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
1st down sack, pushes it back. Now it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, looking to throw. They're bringing heat. Still running at the 40. And he'll pick up the 1st down after a tough run there. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Quickly complete. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And the Wolverines want to crank the tempo. He's going to let it go. Fires and picked off. He'll try to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game. Well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this. And this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Unleashes one deep. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. You'd probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into two.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because
pressure got to him, couldn't get rid of it, and they got him for a safety.
And that kind of sums up the day for this offense. I mean, nothing has really gone your way. Now you give up the safety. Tell you what, this team's got a lot of work to do over this next week to get better, to improve. This was a bad day.
Shakes off the tackler. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And your Clemson Tigers will take over. 1st and 10.
Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game.
Timeout, Clemson.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. And after the loss on that last one, an all-important 2nd down play from the 12. And they'll take a knee. Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.
And this season, that's what you got to do. You got to put together good weeks, build on each other, build that momentum, continue to grow as the season goes along.
Yeah, David, it's all about building confidence, and it's really important for these players to go out, work hard in practice, and see that hard work really pay itself off on game day. This is a team that's really starting to believe in itself.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.